今日はメディカルブローを代表してビブローのブランコさんにたくさん質問をさせていただこうと思います。今日はよろしくお願いします。
Hi, my name is Branko Babic. I'm founder and CEO of AKANE. Our company is about 10 years old, and in these 10 years we make one of the biggest brand and biggest PMU company in the world.
2回目の来日だと思うんですが、来日前は日本はどんな印象でしたか？
Before I came to Japan for the first time, which was a few months ago, actually I listened so many times that Japan is something totally different, another world from the world which we already know, Europe and the rest of the world. When I landed in Tokyo, when I saw airport and when we traveled to the city, I didn't saw anything special, and I thought maybe I saw many things in my life and Japan will not be anything special for me. But when we came to Tokyo, I said to myself, yeah, this is a really different world. World full of precision, of art, actually full of all things which we need in permanent makeup.
日本の印象や美味しかった食事があれば教えてください。
After 2 days, when I landed to Japan, I told to myself, this can be a place where I can live. Amazing food, amazing people, nature and culture. Everything everything is how I imagine that people and one country need to be on the highest level possible. The food is something really, really special. I'm really Asian food lover, but what I eat and what I try here in Japan is out of this world. If I need to choose one food, definitely will be beef, Wagyu beef, Miyazaki.
前回はメディカルブローのケアキンや表参道銀座院にお越しいただいたんですが、そして今回、大阪心斎橋院にご覧いただきました、クリニックの印象をお伺いしたいです。
I visit medical bros clinics in Tokyo and Osaka too. This is a very, very high level of hygiene, professionals and all people and the girls who work there, nurses, they are so amazing. Beside their professionalism and technique which they offer, they are extremely kind, and this is some mix of the best service which you can get.
続いてはフィブローについて伺いたいと思います。フィブローは世界ナンバーワンブランドと言われておりますが、なぜナンバーワンになれたのか、そしてなぜナンバーワンを維持できているのか伺いたいです。
I think the secret of becoming number one in so short time, so let's say less than 10 years, is because we know PMU industry very well, and I think we are only one company in the world who work in every single segment of beauty industry. If we speak about the community, we are here. If we speak about brand, we create the brand. If we speak about academy, we create the best possible teaching system in the world in the industry. And when we speak about factory, we have an amazing factory, and every single sector of PMU industry, we are involved in this. And when we are involved in every single sector, we can create synergy between those sectors. This is how we create the biggest company in the PMU industry.
すべての人に適用するフィブロンの黄金比を用いたデザインというものはどのようにして開発されたか伺いたいです。
Before I start to teach people how to do eyebrows, actually I realized that there is no rules how to create the perfect eyebrows. And I make research, and then I find out there is one very specific proportion in nature, and actually all life's forms who comes from the nature, they are in one very specific proportion, one with 1.168. And actually I just copy this, let's say, God proportion in eyebrows. I adapt a little bit and make some tools who helps people to create amazing shape. And actually, if you know how to make best position in the face, if you know proportion, then you can create amazing design. And this is how people who have not any experience in art, actually people who don't know how to draw, with following those rules, they can create amazing, perfect shape on eyes.
続いてピグメント、インクのことにもついても伺えればと思います。以前のピグメントと新しいピグメントの違いを伺いたいです。
Actually, in the last 10 years, we're changing the formula for the pigments 6 times. Because we always want to be better and better, and we trying to adapt now pigments not only for the blade, we also want to adapt them for the machines, because microblading is just one technique in premium industry. There is a lot of technique like shading, like stroke machine strokes, and now finally we have a pigment which is suitable for all those techniques, lines, shades, and I think that we finally create one universal pigment for all techniques.
フブローのピグメントは世界一安全と言われていますが、どのような研究が行われて安全性を保っていますでしょうか。また安全なピグメントとは何か、悪いピグメントとは何かを教えてほしいです。
Actually, there is one fact on the market. All pigments which we use for permanent makeup, actually they are not created for permanent makeup, and they are not created for the penetration in the skin. All pigments which we use 5, 6, 7 years ago was pigments from another industry, car industry, very dirty industry, and actually there is no factory who produce clean pigments for the permanent makeup. In the beginning, when we do the test for the pigments, I saw there is a lot of heavy metals, a lot of bad things, a lot of dirt in these pigments, and I cannot realize why is this. Then when I realized that there is no factory who produce clean pigments, and we need to use very bad quality of pigments, actually this moment we start to buy machines for cleaning pigments, and we create a totally new process in permanent makeup industry, and we start to create the cleanest pigment on the world. Actually, we took the raw material and we cleaned a lot of different process, and this is how we got today most cleanest pigment in the world.
続いて、ピグローから出る新しいマシンについても伺いたいです。
The machine which we use until now, those machines are actually created for the permanent makeup. But in the last few years, all artists in film industry, they became very good in skill, and they need much powerful machines. And now we decide to create machine which is in the halfway between tattoo machine and permanent makeup machine. Actually, those machines are very good for creating shadows, and also for creating very precise strokes and lines.
今度はアートメイクアーティストについても伺っていきたいと思います。まずフランコさんが考える良いアーティストとは 体どんな方なのか伺いたいです。
When we speak about good PMU artists, this is not artists who are very good only in technique. I always say there is a lot of amazing artists who are extremely good in technique, but they have not a lot of work and they have not a lot of clients. Because to be good artist, you need to have a lot of clients. But to have a lot of clients, you need to know very well marketing, selling skills. You need to know how to communicate with the people, and you need to know how to keep them to be your clients forever.
日本でもアートメイク看護師を目指す方はとても増えているんですが、何かブランコさんがアドバイスありますか
？If we speak about nurses in Japan who have a goal to become permanent makeup artists, all advice which I can give them is that this is probably, not probably, for 100% I'm sure that this is the most beautiful job for them in the world. Much more better and much more profitable than to be nurses in a hospital. And of course, I never say that this is easy to master those skills. It's take a time, a lot of time, a lot of practice. Actually, when the biggest investment in this skill is time and practice. And beside the practice, and beside the time, of course, is there is a question about choice. And if you choose good academy with perfect products, there is no chance to lose.
Perfect.
メディカルブローがリーセラージャパンとしてアジア初の正規代理店となりましたが、何か期待することはありますか
？Medical Bro became our first reseller in Asia and of course in Japan, and we already have very good cooperation, and I expect in the future to make more stronger connection and much bigger cooperation in the future.
最後にメディカルブロー代表の印象はどうですか？
I met Mr. Yamazaki a few months ago when I was first time in Tokyo. What I can say that this is an amazing guy with a very kind and very professional, and the hospitality which I give here from him is really something amazing.
Amazing.
アートメイクは受ける側、そしてアーティスト両方の人生を大きく変えるほど素晴らしいものであり、それを広めたフィブローは世界中の人から愛される、感謝されているかと思います。私も2回ほどブランコさんとご一緒させていただいたんですが、ブランコさんの周りには写真撮影をしたいという方で常に人だまりができており、中にはもう感動で涙してしまうようなアーティストさんもたくさんいらっしゃいました。またぜひ日本に来日していただけたらとても嬉しいです。
ありがとうございます。
今回はインタビューありがとうございました。
Thank you.
Thank you.